Okay, okay. It's my first time that I am a speaker in a Congress, and it's hard for me. I have everything. I had everything in my mind to give you a presentation, a technological presentation, but I decided I had a fight with myself, and I decided to speak to you more from my heart, and I give you also some facts about Greece. So my main subject is our historic relegalization of industrial cannabis in Greece 60 years after 1957. Second subject, I will make a very short Greek chronology about cannabis in Greece since 1850. And my third subject, I will give you the news and my experience, what happened, and I will speak to you about the European Union Committee of Commerce answer against Greece about European Union freedom of commerce of hemp, year 1999. So I am an activist and I follow what is happening in globally with hemp since 1997. I get connected with the legalized movement since then. When I started a business, I'm a businessman, and I'm trader of industrial and commercial hemp. I used to run a business since 1997. It was a franchising, it is a franchising company. I'm not here to advertise this company. It used to be, we used to run, I'm not the owner, I run the shop, the store in Corfu Island. I'm speaking to you from Corfu Island now, from Greece. And used to run this company, 18 stores all over Greece. We used to sell just hemp, no bonds, nothing else connected with recreational or medical cannabis. We used to sell textile, clothes, cosmetics, paper, everything about a house, things for materials for buildings, everything about hemp. Year 1998, 18 stores was open. The Greek police get in 10 days made a pogrom against us, and in 10 days they get in all of the shops the same time and arrest us. They gave us we were 20 persons all over Greece, Creta, Chania, Retinon, Rhodos, Syros, Komotini, Xanthi, Volos, Corfu, Kalamata, 18 shops all over Greece. The police get in the shops, arrest us, and gave us categories about propaganda, and that we advertise drugs, and we make the young people take drugs just in purpose, just to win money. Anyway, we all get against Greece, 18 persons against Greece in the European Union Committee of Commerce, and we had a decision from the European Committee against Greece, one step before the European Court, and the decision exactly was said what Greece has to let free commerce of hemp, industrial cannabis in Greece, like everywhere is free in Europe. So this is the past. Now everybody are asking money from the Greek government of our moral damage they gave us, and we won the cases. We are now nine times and no decision anymore at the higher court of Greece. People we are suffering after that economically and psychologically. After then, I lost all my money just because I would like to introduce another part of cannabis. Of cannabis. In the Greek language, we don't have many words for cannabis. There is only one word, cannabis. And so we took that decision, and we are now asking money from the Greek government, and but we don't think we are going to take some of this money because of this new economical crisis. All the courthouses are for us 200 and more decisions against. I can say 300 and more decisions against the Greek government about hemp commerce, and still things are going on. This is going on in the Greek courthouses. Maybe in the next 15 years we're going to talk about it again. So I would like to also very lucky because I made year 1997 here in Corfu. I made research because in this land I live in this small island. It used to exist. The building still exists since year 1871. One of the biggest factory of industrial cannabis in Europe, in the Balkan, and we can say in all Europe, with exports in Italy and everywhere. They used to produce ropes and lasses for shoes, carpets, and after many things for houses, for bedding. They used to work since year 1982. The high season, we can say, of this cannabis factory, hemp factory in Greece, was 1,200 workers. Anyway, since year 1875 in Greece, we used to, but let me go a little before. Since the 5th century, our historic and philosopher Herodotus wrote and is written what cannabis used to cultivate in Greece, just not only for ropes and for textile and for many other use for burning oil, just for light. They use it also in the 5th century for recreational use and for medical also use. There are facts historically also for Greek for the use in Canada, for the use of cannabis in Greece since 5th century. Year 1875, we used to cultivate and make the textile of industrial cannabis and ropes also in Greece. Also year 1927 used to the Greek government used to grow cannabis. Year 1928 used to be more than 10 big factories of cannabis factories in Greece, all over Greece. And the year 1927, let me go a year back, in Corfu, I find through the research I made, which was published in the magazine Cannabis Street. It's a prohibited magazine in Greece. Year 1998 were prohibited. The same time when they closed the shops, the stores, and they gave the hard category, crime categories against us. So, year 1927, Mr. De Silas, the owner, also the name of the company, the Silas Company, he was a minister also of commerce in Greece, and he used to run this company, the Silas Company. He used to have 3 big factories, one in Piraeus, the biggest one in Corfu. He used to cultivate and grow cannabis in Corfu, and for 2 years, every facts of his experiment exist, and is a good step background for our future in the industrial cannabis future in Greece. He find out what the cannabis plants in Corfu Island can grow high, 4 or 5 high meters, and can give quantities all over the planet. These years, the best quality all over the planet were the Italian quality, and the Chinese were after. These are facts from Mr. De Silas' lecture. This is a lecture were given in the upper school of industrial studies, and economic studies in Greek university, and is written about the current problems of the crop and industry of cannabis in Greece, year 1953. This year in the university were also in this lecture and were also speakers the